So my name is Jorge Chavez. I'm from San Diego, and today's event is a media workout with my stablemates Ronnie Rios and Alexis Rocha, whom Alexis Rocha is going to be making, his comeback fight on the co-main event, and I'm going to be making my pro debut. My amateur record is 60 wins, 7 losses, and some knockouts. That's a little bit of experience, but I never let the experience get to my head. When it comes to sparring somebody that has more experience or fighting somebody with more experience, I just think of it as any regular fight. You just have to learn how to adapt. Just how I had to make the transition from the amateurs to the pros. You treat it as a regular fight. If he brings something to the table, you just learn how to adjust and make the fighter instinct adjustments to win the fight. Yes, there are. So in the amateurs, it's a more fast-paced because you only have 3 rounds and 3 minutes. So you have to make the best of it, and there's also no draws in the amateurs. So from start to finish, you just have to put in your best work. You can't overthink. There's no room to overthink. You have to, whatever your coach told you to do and whatever you had intended, just go in there and do your thing. Just throw bunches and bunches and try to be as intelligent as possible at the same time. Yeah, in my opinion, I think it's silly. I don't think it's necessary to fight in the amateurs without headgear. I think they should keep it traditional and just keep the headgear on because, I mean, it's pretty hard to fight a full tournament without getting cut with a bunch of punches coming in. And then when you get a southpaw and an orthodox putting together, there's going to be a lot of headbutts, so that's very dangerous. So I don't think it's fair for a cut to decide that you can't compete the next day. I think it's unfair and should go back to traditional. Just wear headgear. Save the no headgear for the pros. I mean, I wish I was an Olympian fighter. I wish I brought the resume, but unfortunately, I'm an immigrant fighter. So, let's say I would have won a national title, I would have not been eligible to go compete out of state. So that's why I never built that amateur record. That's why I focus more towards the pros and try to just focus more on my style as a pro. I've always had that pro style. And I always knew that I wasn't even built for the amateurs. I look up to fighters like Mike Tyson, Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez, whom kind of like, let's say Mike Tyson and Mayweather had a spectacular amateur record, but then you look at Canelo, who only had like 10 amateur fights, and he's pound for pound #1. So it's up to the fighter. If you want to be the best, you just put in the work and prove to everybody you're going to be the best. No, it's actually very different because when I was an amateur, I remember having to lose weight week in, week out. So I'd lose 10 pounds in 1 week, which was very unhealthy, and I wouldn't eat the right things. I'd just focus more on just dropping weight, starving myself, not drinking the right fluids, the right foods to give me energy and be more explosive. I'd catch myself in fights, being tired in the second round, in the third round, just gassing out, surviving. So now in preparation for these fights, you have 3 months to prepare. You get to eat the right stuff. You get to eat the right liquids. Just feed your body the right stuff so that at the end of the day, you have a full performance and you can be explosive, fast, elusive. Anything you want to do in the ring, it's all possibilities. Um, I don't try to make a plan for the fight. I just go in there and adapt. That's my best ability. Um, I don't really believe in studying. That just makes you overthink for the fight. And at the end of the day, once you get hit with the punch, everything can change. You might crack, and you might start going back the whole fight, or you might adapt and just take control again of the fight after that one punch. So, yeah, we know who we're fighting, but nothing special. He's just bigger than me. For this fight, I had to move up 2 weight classes to fight this opponent because I think that's the only opponent they could find. And our plan is just to go in there, do our thing, and if the knockout comes, it comes. If not, then I'm just looking to do my thing and look as clean as possible because I don't want to be your average fighter. I want to go in there, put in a show, give the people their money's worth, and also be happy with my performance. Yes. I'm a little bit of everything. One second, I'm in front of you. The next second, I'm not. I could punch. I have speed. I have awkward movements sometimes. I'm a little bit of Canelo and a little bit of Lomachenko. I like to move my feet around and dance around and sometimes box and then brawl because I get bored of boxing sometimes. I find it sometimes too easy what I'm doing, boom, boom, boom. And then and I just like to have fun and just brawl with him, make him think that he's taking control of the fight. And then next thing you know, I take a step back and catch him with a clean hook. So it's a lot of baiting. I know how to bait people. We try to only spar 2 times a week. I don't find it necessary to overwork myself. Right now, we're barely starting. We're trying to start my career off slow, just pace it. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We're not trying to make a rookie mistake and burning myself out because that happens a lot. I mean, I have been doing this for 8 years, and I've been doing it at my full ability. Every time I go in the gym, I try to give it my best so that I can get my best performance at the end of the day. Yes, November 13, Anaheim, California, at the Honda Center.
And have you ever made predictions? Did you like to make predictions?
I mean, we're aiming for a knockout, so that's my prediction. But we're prepared to go all 4 rounds if we have to. And if we win those we're gonna win those 4 rounds. And if it goes the distance, I'm gonna make sure that it's in style. Yes, I want to see what I'm capable of with 8 ounces, because some people say I hit hard and stuff, but I mean, I always have my doubts. I've always been the type of person in the ring to be caring in a way. So if I know my opponent is hurt in sparring, I'm not going to go after and try to kill him, like other guys that you see videos of people beating on each other in sparring. I try to watch out because at the end of the day, it's just training. I'm not treating it as a fight. I'm just there to work on my skills and sharpening my reflexes and trying to be 100% for the fight. So it's not going to do no good in beating on people and sparring. So you can follow me on Instagram at official_Chavez619. And yeah, that's about the main source that I use right now. Thank you. This is the first step to becoming somebody great.